Hi, sweets. Sorry about that. I was scrolling through Facebook. I'm not gonna lie to you. No point in that. I was looking at some of the posts my kids make on Facebook. They are so funny. Anyways, now that you're here, my attention's fully on you. I'm your academic advisor. My name's Kris. And your name is... Yeah, that's how I thought you'd pronounce it. First and foremost, welcome, big old wombat welcome to Western Mississippi State Technical College. Congratulations for getting in. Congratulations for accepting the challenge of going here. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say, oh, it's the world's hardest thing in the whole world to get into Western Mississippi State Technical College. It's not, but it's harder than some things. You could have chosen an easier path, that's for sure. So be proud of yourself, first and foremost. Second of all, how's orientation going? Are you enjoying yourself? Yeah, it can be a mixed bag. I always say orientation, more like disorientation, because of how, whoa, all over the place things can be on campus. It's exhausting, everything's brick, everything looks the same. Yeah, it can be tricky to find your way around. But what we're going to do today is we're going to get you registered for your classes, and I think that'll make you feel more firmly planted on the ground, because you'll know what's coming, you'll know what you're going to take for the next semester. We're going to look at your dorm assignment, and we may, go over a few other bits and bobs. I'm not sure, whatever's in your file. Sound good? All right. Okay, time to look at some classes. Let's first look at the stuff you took in high school, see if that can count towards anything. All right, so you took AP, physical education in high school. That sounds fun. Did you enjoy that? All right, well, that can count towards a credit if you're planning on majoring in sports medicine, physical fitness, joints and ligaments, or lifestyle. So if you're going to major in any of those, sports medicine, lifestyle, joints and ligaments. There was a fourth one, but I don't see it anymore. If you're going to major in one of those, then that P can count towards something. Do you think you might major in one of those? Probably not. Okay. Let's see what else you took in high school. Okay. Not much else in terms of what's going to impact you here. Looks like you had fun though, and that's good. It's good to have fun in high school. Okay. Now, this is going to sound a little scary. We're going to pick a major. Hold on. You're not marrying this major. You're not putting a ring on the finger of this major. You're not taking this major out to the ditzy prom. You're just putting a major in the system, because the system's finicky and it demands a major. So we're going to put a major in the system. You're not glued to it. Like I said, you're not married to it. You're not engaged to it. You're not signing anything in blood. We're just putting a major in the system because it does impact what classes you might take, and it impacts what general education requirements you're required to take. Now, the major, we could put in anything today. It doesn't really matter. But what does kind of matter is the path. So there's several different paths here at Western Mississippi State Technical College. We use a path system, and there's several different paths that we could put you on. And each of them have a different set of general education requirements. The business path has more math. The medical path has more science. The English path has more how to fill out unemployment papers classes. I'm just kidding. I'm a huge supporter of English, huge supporter of the arts. My daughter went to college for theatrical entertainment. She's now a pre-K teacher, but I'm a huge supporter of the arts. Just kidding on that one. But yeah, for English, you would take more English classes. So we just need to pick a path today. Do you have any idea what you could be thinking? We've got, again, the medical path, the business path, the language path is what it's called. And that can be in English, so it's like the path is language, but the subset, you could be in the English language path, the Spanish language path, the French language path, German language. We have a lot of languages here at Western Mississippi State Technical College. I'm not going to list every language we have, but you know, you could be on that path. And it's different from a major, it's a path. Okay. We've got the communications path. The communications path is a great path if you're like, heck, I don't know. A lot of people that come in here and they say, hey, Kris, heck, I don't know. They end up on the communications path. Because you take a lot of this, a lot of that, a little fluff. It can be good for people to figure themselves out. I'll give you a second to think on it. We can look at some of your options for courses that are open. Okay. Now, before we get started on courses, I need to ask you, you've got to be honest with me, how early are you willing to wake up? Because I've got some classes that start at 8 a.m., I've got some classes that start at 7 a.m., I have even a class or two that start at 4 in the morning. But I need to know, are you going to wake up? Because as your academic advisor, I'm going to be with you every step of the way of this college process. I don't want you coming to me 2 months down the line, Kris, confession time, I never made it to not one of my 8 a.m. calculus class, okay? So you gotta be honest with me, you gotta be honest more so with yourself. How early are we willing to wake up? Okay, you think you could be up at 8? Okay, yeah, but that's high school, right? Everybody says that. Everybody says, well, I had to be up early for high school. I could do it. Ugh. Here's the thing. And you're just young, you're just a kid. You now have your own agency in the world. You get to make choices in the world. And the people around you get to make choices in the world too. And not everybody around you is going to make the choice to have 8 a.m. classes. A lot of your peers are going to make the choice to not have anything that starts before 1, you know, something like that. And jealousy is a powerful emotion. And what I don't want to happen is for you to be looking at your peers who don't have to wake up at 8 a.m. and to be thinking, well, darn it, I wish I wouldn't have done this to myself, Kris. Why'd you let me do this to myself? That's what I don't want to happen. Okay. Yeah, I think 11 sounds reasonable. 10 sounds reasonable too, yeah. You know, sorry if I was being too pushy. It's just, I've seen kid after kid come in and like they think they're going to be okay with it, but once they see that it's not a necessity, they regret it. Okay. Let's see. Now we want some 100 level classes to get you started. We're not going to jump right into the 400 level. If it starts with a 1, it's probably appropriate for a first year to take. But there are classes on here where it looks like you can sign up for the class. But if you were to go to that class on the first day, the professor would cuss you out. The professor would say, who are you? Who are you to be taking this advanced level course with my advanced level students? Ugh, don't get me started on some of the professors here. I need to get more water. Some of the professors here really think that their own poo-poo doesn't stink. And I'm someone who's a bit more humble, I don't know. Okay. All right, so for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, every student here has to take a college preparedness course. The course is called How Do I Do This? That's one of the best things about Western Mississippi State Technical College, in my opinion, is the How Do I Do This course. And in that course, they're going to teach you how to be a college student, and they're also going to teach you how to be an adult. It's a required course here. They teach you how to do your taxes, when to do your taxes. They teach you how to find a peer group for yourself where you fit in. They teach you how to make fashion choices that reflect who you are as a person. They teach you how to change your tires on a car. They teach you how to sign up for an apartment, how to apply for an apartment. They teach you everything in How Do I Do This? So we've got to pick your How Do I Do This time slot. They've got at 10 a.m. open. 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's always abbreviated. It's always abbreviated to, it's abbreviation H D I D T, HDIDT. I have to think about it still. I'm not the college student, right? I'm not brains over here. I'm just your academic advisor. Okay, so yep, we've got the 10 a.m. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And that's a 30-minute class, so you're in and out. You're in and out. We've got 1:30 Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We've got Tuesday, Thursday at 4:14. That's probably an error in the system. It's probably at 4:15. Sherry put some of these classes in, and she didn't wear her glasses. I love Sherry to death, but the woman needs her glasses at this point. Hi, Sherry. Yeah, I'm with a student. I wasn't talking about you, girl. Get those hearing aids checked. Okay. That was embarrassing. Teach, it shows me right. Don't talk about your coworkers when they're not there. All right. We want to do the Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 10 a.m. Sounds good. Do you mind if I munch on some gummies? Thank you. I haven't eaten. I never eat. It's on me, obviously. I need to eat. So we need 5 classes. We've got 1. Let's see. You have to take every single pathway here has to take at least 1 history class. You want to look at some options? Okay. All right. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at 3:30, there's History 125, History of the Backpack. Does that sound interesting? I think I guess all about how the backpack came to be. Let's see the course description. Backpack, always on our backs. Find out when people started wearing bags on the back and how transportation of goods has evolved. over the centuries. Yeah, kind of boring. Let's see what else we have. Okay. We have history 225. I know I said stick to 100 level courses, but a 200 level course wouldn't kill you. That is with Monsieur Peters, who's one of our dreamiest professors, if that's something that matters to you. That's Tuesday to Thursday, history 225, history of French bridges. And I do believe French bridges means political bridges as well as physical bridges, the history of the physical bridges in France. Monsieur Peters. Okay, not everyone's cup of tea. Okay. Monday, Friday only, but it's a 3-hour-long class. It comes in right at noon, so you would go from your how do I do this course straight to maybe a little lunch, and then you'd go here at noon. And it is history 107, the history of water. I think this could be interesting. Water through the ages, the importance of water in various myths and beliefs, and the impact of water on our global economy, the privilege of water, etc. Put it as a maybe. Just go ahead, jump right in. Cool. Jump right into the water, huh? All right. So you're going to have a big day, Mondays and Fridays. We have 3 more classes. Let's look for something on Tuesdays and Thursdays, something that you have to take regardless. Okay. All right. All students have to take one type of math. Even if you're doing something artsy-fartsy, you have to take at least one math class here. Are you good at math? All right. Let's try to find the easiest math class we can then. I'm going to look for Tuesday, Thursday math. Okay. So on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 9:30, so that's still kind of early, consider that. You've got shapes and numbers. And I know that that sounds easy, but sometimes the titles of these classes sound like, oh, that's preschool. You look at the description and it's a lot harder than preschool. Let's see. Shapes and numbers at 9:30 on Tuesday, Thursday. Exploring how shapes can intersect with numerical planes. Ooh, I don't know. Okay. All right, this could be good. Tuesdays, Thursdays, 4:15, so kind of a later class. I don't know if you are planning on having a big social life, but Thursdays are a surprisingly busy day for social engagements. Back in my day, it was Friday, right? Friday or nothing, Saturday, Sunday, maybe. But usually Thursdays were for roller skating or maybe a little tennis. But, you know, I didn't go to college, so I don't know. I didn't go to college like you guys. I went to community college, so it wasn't the same. I didn't get this amazing on-campus experience that all you kids are getting. And I love it for you. I'm so glad you're getting it. I really do. I'm not the kind of person that when I see people get something that I used to want, feel jealous. I really am the type of person that when I see people living my dream, I'm just glad someone's living it. And God, if I had a time machine, would I go back and would I live on campus and party and maybe even rush a sorority? I'd probably get rejected to all the sororities, but I don't know. Maybe I'd get in one. I'd have a group of fast friends, and I wouldn't be here 59, lonely as hell. Whatever. All right. So we've got at 4:15, Tuesday, Thursday, math for English majors. The description says, we've made math as easy as we can possibly make math. This isn't middle school, so it is not going to be Algebra 101, but this is as easy as we can make this in a college setting. Okay. All right. That's only an hour long, the class. All right, we need 2 more classes. Probably something earlier on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I would think, with that 4:15 start. Okay. I guess it's kind of time to talk about your interests then. Are there anything that you've been wanting to explore? Because we've taken 3 classes now that are just everybody has to take them. So maybe we should look at some classes that not everybody has to take that might lead you down one of those scary paths I told you about earlier. Okay, I'm going to read you some of the titles of classes that would lead you down one of our paths, that would count towards one of the paths. Now, of course, you can change your path. Just like the major, you can change the path. It's just that if you take classes down a path and you don't end up graduating in that path, that class might only count for just like an I took a class credit. Let's see. All right. So we've got, this is a business class. It is in the business path. It is business 102. It is called How to Manipulate Ethically. How to manipulate ethically. It also counts towards a communications or an advertising path. Not your cup of tea? Okay. All right. We've got some in the art path. These would count towards either an art path or a history path. 104 and 108, they are Art 104, which is called Artsy Fartsy, Art Through the Farts. That's part of the art, I suppose, is the name of the class. I don't know. It's too deep for me. I don't get it. I'm sure my daughter would. And then the same thing for history, which is Artsy Fartsy History Through the Farts. Right. Okay. Parachuting. Do you have any interest in parachuting? It is a credit for some of the fitness paths. It's a credit for the business path. You have to have a credit in something risky. It's a risk credit. So parachuting counts towards the risk credit in the business path. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it either. Let's see. Okay. This one counts for a lot of paths. It's called schmoozing. The art of making people like you, particularly in a financial setting. Counts towards communications, counts towards business. It even counts towards the arts. Okay, yeah. So there's a couple different courses. One was Professor Myers. Professor Myers is one of those that everybody wants to take from because she changes your life or whatever. So if that's something you're interested in, you could get your life changed by Professor Myers. The other course level is with a new professor this year, Professor Tinnenbolt. The first one is on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 9:30, and the other one is on Tuesdays, Thursdays at 11. Okay. You want your life changed. All right, Professor Meyer it is. You have to have a letter of recommendation to take Myers course level, but I can do one of those for you. Don't worry about that. I don't like that she does that, you know. It's first years. They don't have access to people to write them letters of recommendation, whatever. Okay. You only need one more class, and you do have to take a language. Are you ready to commit to a language besides English today? Here at Western Mississippi State Technical College, you only have to take one level of a language besides English, if English is your first language. If English wasn't your first language, that requirement is eliminated for you. Yeah, I mean, we've got Chinese, Japanese, Swedish, Russian, Spanish, French, Polish, Italian, yeah, the rest of the languages are all full. No spots in Korean, K-pop, you know. K-pop is taken off, so a lot of our students want to take Korean. We've only got 2 Korean professors, so there's no spots in Korean. You just want to go Spanish? Yeah, that's a safe bet. You could probably, you know, Spanish. The American school system has, of course, failed you, but I don't think it's failed you so much where you don't know some rudimentary Spanish. Everybody knows agua, water. Everybody knows that. Buenos dias, good day, or something. You know, everybody knows that. Okay, so for Spanish, we've got basically any time. We've got an 8:30, we've got a 9, we've got a 9:30, we've got a 10, we've got 2 midnight ones. Spanish at midnight with Miss Diaz is actually very fun, from what I've heard. You want to do midnight Spanish with Miss Diaz? Okay. Yeah, it's a great way to meet people. Are you single? Because most people that take midnight Spanish with Miss Diaz are single. Whew. So we've got your classes sorted. Do you feel relieved at all? Good. I'm glad you feel relieved. I feel relieved. I always get so stressed before I have to register someone for classes. But that's done. And now the only thing to look at is your dorm and your dorm assignment, which is kind of a huge decision. All right. So, first thing I need to know is, do you want to be in the north quadrant, the east quadrant, the west quadrant, or the south quadrant? 4 different quadrants. Like I said, they just have the name of the cardinal direction. But they've all got such vastly different vibes. So, north quadrant is studious. They're very studious. They're buttoned up. It's a it's a great quadrant to get a dorm in if you think that you're the type of person that if you're around people that are having fun, you'll never be able to concentrate. But yeah, north quadrant, very, a lot of business paths in the north quadrant. A lot of medicine, stuff like that. Okay, and then south quadrant. I'm not supposed to say this, but it's the hookup quadrant. If you want to hook up all the time, you get a dorm in the south quadrant. I'm not supposed to even know that. I'm 59. But, people talk to me. People tell me how it is, what's up. And the rumor is that a lot of action goes on, particularly in the Wynette dorm building. Wynette. Apparently that dorm's crazy. Okay, and then for the East Quadrant, the East Quadrant is very laid back, very food focused. I found that the kids that are in that dorm, you know, they're the ones who are more likely to use the kitchens. They're the ones who are more likely to send me an edible arrangement after I've gotten them the perfect course schedule. All right, and then the Western Quadrant, a lot of slackers, a lot of people with no motivation, a lot of people with a really bad attitude about life. So, what quadrant we thinking? You dirty dog, South Quadrant, okay. Let's look. I've got some rooms available in Presley. I've got some rooms available in the Goodman dorm. Got some rooms available in the Knowles dorm. Okay, you've heard good things about Presley? Okay. All right, so all the rooms I have available are rooms where you would have a roommate. And we don't know yet who that roommate would be. Do you get along well with others? Yeah. Depends on the person. Do we need to find you a single? Does it depend that much? Singles are more expensive. Okay, you can handle a roommate? All right. We've got one in Presley on the ground floor. That's unheard of. That's unheard of. For a first year to be on the ground floor, to not have to slug up or down with the laundry? The laundry's on the 8th floor. Oh, the laundry's on the 8th floor for this building. That's why nobody's on the 1st floor. Never mind, you want an 8th floor room. So that you don't have to slug up and down with the laundry. Yeah, but the 8th floor rooms are out. 7th floor, so that would be the closest you could get. Okay? Good. Okay. That's all I have for you, kid. We're going to see a lot of each other. And if you need any help, you come back here, okay? And also, if you're having a bad time on campus, you can come sit in here. I have a lot of students that just come and sit, and, you know, we shoot the chat. We buzz the breeze. I show them my kids' Facebook. Hey, you don't have to. That's not a requirement. But if you start to feel lonely, come on in. Sit down. We'll chat about something. I'll show you my kids' Facebook. All right, don't forget to like and subscribe, okay? You've got this.